Hello and welcome to chat about number whatever it is. I'm going to take these off so you can see my eyes. Maybe not. I'll put them back on again. There you go. So sorry I haven't uploaded anything for a while. I've got to admit I haven't been very well when I've been off work. So I've been looking for things to do to keep me occupied that aren't too strenuous. And I was given a model at Christmas, an Airfix model of a Gloucester Gladiator, only a small model, 1/72 scale, and I haven't done modelling since I was 10, well, probably 15, 16 years old. You know, when you hang airplanes from the ceiling and when you get bored with them, you throw them out the window and set fire to them, or I did. Anyway, I was given this model and I thought, well, what can I do with it? I can't hang it from the ceiling because my good lady doesn't want airplanes hanging from the ceiling, and I'm a bit beyond airplanes hanging from the ceiling anyway. So I thought I'd build a diorama for it. So that's what I've been doing. Now I'm sorry I haven't videoed progress or anything like that. I didn't enter med. I didn't think about it. And there's so many masterclasses on YouTube and all over the internet on how to do things. There's not much point me trying to tell you how to do it on here. But I'll do better on my next efforts. A lot of it's 3D printed. Anyway, it's called The Remarkable Escape. And I'll show you a little Pathé News video I've made to see what it's all about. And then I'll show you the model as it is.
It was a normal sunny morning at first today, at the Pierre family farm in war-torn northern France between Regnachuet and La Burelle. Mrs. Pierre had been busy putting out the washing on the line to dry in the sun, while Mrs. Pierre's daughter Stephanie and the dogs were enjoying playing in the garden. And Mr. Pierre was busy getting ready for a day's work on the family farm. Meanwhile, Marcus the farmhand was to be found taking a moment to read the news while sat on the loo. Then suddenly the family heard German anti-aircraft fire in the distance. A few moments later a British RAF Gloucester Gladiator plane came spiraling out of the sky, and ended up crashing straight through the roof of the Pierre family home. The damage caused to the house was extensive, but luckily none of the Pierre family were hurt in the incident, although the plane had narrowly missed Mrs. Pierre's parents, who were fast asleep in the upstairs bedroom at the time. And amazingly the pilot, Flight Lieutenant James, was alive and managed to scramble out of the wreckage of his plane, which had been literally torn apart by the impact as it had smashed through the house, leaving part of the tailplane in the backyard. The plane now looked in as bad a shape as the family car, which was a rusty wreck, in parts and in the garage long awaiting being repaired. Luckily moments later a British QLD, Bedford, arrived at the scene, having seen the plane spiraling out of control. Sergeant Williams from the newly formed Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers jumped out of the cab and met Mrs. Pierre at the gate of the farm, while Lance Corporal Digby quickly retrieved the first aid kit from the back of the Bedford, and Craftsman Digley ran down the road to stop a local farmer coming any further down the muddy lane. The RAF pilot was very lucky to escape with his life. His plane was riddled with bullet holes, but luckily hadn't caught fire. It was truly an amazing escape for the pilot, although he had suffered some injury to his left leg and elbow. It all turned out well in the end, although it may take the Pierre family a while to rebuild their house.
So I've come out into the sunshine out in the garden to show you more of the Remarkable Escape, how it is. We'll start off with the Bedford QLD. That is Airfix figures, modified, and an Airfix QLD from the QLD and QLT set in 1/72. In the back, I don't know if you can see it, if I turn it to the light maybe, probably not. There's a 3D printed engine in there and a jack. As I say, the figure has been modified. The tree is made of wire and then filler all over it, and then I've used scatter, also bits of copper wire to make the fine branches, just chopped up and scattered over. The washing line is printed on a colour printer, laminated or PVA coded. In the toilet there's a man reading a newspaper. That's 3D printed, the man, as is all of the buildings. The garage, in the garage there's an old car. You probably can't see it, but there's a tool bench on the right hand side and various posters in there. Again, I'll turn it to the light, see if you can see it better. Not really. All of the walls, fences, buildings, telegraph poles, all being 3D printed, as well as a little Citroen C4 van with the farmer, 3D printed. The hedge here, that is basket liner, coconut fibre basket liner, and a couple of bits of clumps from the model shop. Again, more basket liner there for the hedge at the side. The tractor, that's completely 3D printed as well. The mud is actually slurry from the bottom of the thinners. Just gently pour the thinners out and use the mud. The airplane is a Gloucester Gladiator, 1/72 scale Airfix kit. Again, the little man, he was a little Airfix figure and has been greatly modified. The clumps of weed, they are from Hessian string. The garage and everything, all 3D printed. So there you go. And even though you can't see in them with gaps in the side there is furniture in there in case anybody shines a light in there. So that's it. The figures, by the way, are woodland, so some scenery anyway, woodland scenery or something like that from the model shop. And there it is. There's the completed diorama called Remarkable Escape.
So there you go. And to be honest, it isn't quite finished yet. I need to do a bit of tidying up. There's a little bit of grass floating around that shouldn't be, and a little bit of paint in the wrong place. But it's only minor, half an hour's work, and it'll be completely finished. Next project, I'm doing a railway scene from the film Red Tails, but I'll tell you more about that in another edition of Chat About. But what I will say is, being off work and being ill and not being able to go out and do a lot of the things I want to do at the moment, modelling has proved a great thing for me. That diorama you can see, the Remarkable Escape, took me coming on 3 months to build, on and off. A lot of that time was 3D printing. The house took probably 24, 26 hours to print. There you go, phones, doorbells, dogs barking, it's all going mad. I'll come back in a minute. As I was saying, a lot of the time was spent 3D printing, making trees, printing stuff, like the curtains in the windows, the washing, painting, breaking the plane up, which was difficult to decide how to do, all kinds of stuff, putting the rafters into the house. It took a long time, but it was very enjoyable, and it occupied my time greatly. I haven't made models since I was a young lad, so there you go. As I said earlier, I've got to give a big shout out and thank you to the veterans NHS Wales who have been looking after me and encouraged me to do things like this. Kevin, Amanda, Hayley, Martin, they've all been fantastic. Thank you very much. Anyway, moving on. I've started building the train diorama from Red Tails, and that'll be the next video maybe. Who knows? I don't think I'll show you building it though, but certainly when it's finished. Take care for now. Stay safe. Cheers. Of course, as ever, if you like what you've seen and you like my videos, please do like and subscribe. That'd be great.